Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this presentation of Dynacor. Dynacor is a company, at the beginning was an pure exploration company, and over the years we've developed a unique business model to avoid continuous dilution in the market. Forward-looking statement. What is this unique business model? We have two divisions in the company. One is the gold ore processing, which generates the cash to pay for expansion and exploration. And we have a gold exploration and mine development. So let's go through this. We operating only in Peru. We're in the southern part of Peru. We have one operating mill, actually, Metalex Huanca. It's a 250 ton per day mill where we buy ore from small miners, process it, sell the gold. We actually building a brand new 300 ton per day mill. We through half of the construction. It should be finished by the end of February and begin production there somewhere in the second quarter of next year. And we have the Tome Pampa property, an exploration property with high-grade gold veins and mantos, and copper, gold, porphyry, and skarns on the property. So if we begin with the ore processing, we buy ore from small miners in Peru. You have thousands of small miners in Peru and they don't have any place to process their ore. So we buy that ore, we process it in our actual mill, and we sell the gold bar, which are exported to Switzerland. So with this, the head grade of the mill, for example, is around, it's between 30 and 35 grams per ton, 1 ounce per ton more or less. So it's quite high grade. So here you have the mill. The actual mill is here. We have the tailing pound here. This is the property. And we have been operating this mill since 1998. We began with a 50 ton per day mill. We have expanded that over the years. And today we have a mill of 250 ton per day. So how it works? We receive the ore from small miners. We weigh it, analyze that, process it, and we extract the gold, sell the gold, and generate the cash to pay for the expansion and exploration. If we go look at the last years of production there, we had done 18 consecutive quarters of profit. If you look at the gold production, in 2012 we have processed this way 61,000 ounces of gold, almost 77 in 2013, 69,000 in 2014, and this year we expect to process 65 to 66,000 ounces of gold. So total sales, 105 in 2012, 112, 88, and this year we're going to be probably around 70, 75. Gold price came down. And production, because of the gold price in the last 2 years, the general production of these small miners came down a little bit too. So the cash flow generated from these activities, $4 million in 2012, 12.5 following year, 10 million, and this year we're going to be probably between $7 and $8 million. Net earnings, 7.7, 9.1, 6.1 in 2014, and this year we're going to be probably around 4 million or just over $4 million. And earning per share, 22, 25, 17, and again this year we should be probably around 12. All these numbers are in US dollars. So financial overview, at the end of the third quarter of this year, we had $10 million in cash, a working cap of $15.6 million, mining asset of $13.9 million, net asset 41.2, no debt, and we have just 37.4 million shares issued in the market. We listed the company on the Toronto Stock Exchange in October 2007 with 30 million shares, and today we have 37 million shares. Market cap is $58 million. The price today is around $1.60. So if you look here at the average share outstanding, you can see that we control that pretty tightly. We don't want to issue too many shares. We don't have to if the market is not good enough for us. And we've been able to go with this over the years, and we have 37 million shares today. Here, if you look at this graph, it's interesting because we buy ore based on the gold price. So we're not so dependent on the gold price than producer, because when we buy the ore, it's based on the actual gold price. So here in red, you have the gold price over the last years, and you have the Dynacor stock price over these years. So we have increased the production. Even if the gold price came down, we have been able to increase our production, increase our cash over the years. Here you have the gross operating margin. Our target is to generate 17% of gross margin. And depending if the gold price is going up or down, we are between 14 and, I would say, in 20% in margin. But our target is 17, and over the years, the average is around that. So again, we buy the ore based on the gold price, so we're protected against lower price. We still will generate 17% of gross margin at a price of $1,000 or $1,500 per ounce. Here you have a graph on the quarterly net asset value. You could see that it's increasing steadily over the years. And actually, we're building a brand new mill of 300 tons per day. It has been designed to be upgraded to 450 tons per day and 600 tons per day. So the actual production at the Huanca mill will be transferred there. It's going to be much better situated just beside the highway. We will be connected to the national grid, more accessible for more producers, and bigger and better design, because this mill has been designed to be upgraded to 600 tons per day. The first mill has been built for 50 tons per day and expanded over the years. We've got a very good recovery rate there, 94.5, but it's not so efficient than this new mill will be. So this is photos of the new mill in construction, general photos of this mill. We are half the way to finish it. It should be, construction should be over by the end of February. So this will be the crushing section. Trucks will come on the top, unload here. We're going to have two lines of crushing. Here, it's where we're going to have the cyanidation tanks. So the construction is going pretty well at this point. And here we have the new tailing pound there. We have enough place in that tailing pound for 10 years. Tailing here is very important because where we are, the cost is very expensive, as you saw in the first photos. To build new tailing pound there, it's difficult. We don't have much more place for that. And here, as you see, the property is very easy to build that. It's going to be built in three steps. We have enough for 10 years, and we have enough place to build two other pounds of that kind on the same property. There we have 135 hectares. We have enough place for the next 30 years. So it's very important here. And now we have a Tome Pampa exploration project, which is a very, very interesting project. It's in Peru again. We're in the southern part. We have a short video on this. I invite you to look at that, and we'll come back later on to complete this presentation.
Tome Pampa, located in Peru, is a promising project operated by Dynacor and is one of the latest discoveries in a country rich in minerals. This is a map of South America. The brown area represents the Andean range. As you can see, between Peru and Chile, there is a deflection where the range is wider and deeper, thus creating favorable conditions for ore deposits. More than 50% of the world production of copper comes from this productive region, and Tome Pampa is located here. Likewise, Tome Pampa lies between two important belts well known in Peru, the gold-silver belt and the copper belt. That is why Tome Pampa has those two kinds of mineralized zones. In the copper belt, there are giant mining projects, just to mention a few. Los Chancas, Las Bambas, Constancia, and Tintaya. operated by important international companies such as Southern Peru Copper Corporation, MMG Limited, Hudbay, and Glencore. In the gold-silver belt, there are important gold mines operated by Peruvian companies, Buenaventura and Hochschild. There are two ways of getting to Tome Pampa. One is by road from Lima to Nazca, and from Nazca to Abancay. The second is from Lima to Cusco by plane, and from Cusco to Abancay by road. It is almost 3 hours by road from Abancay to Tome Pampa. Dynacor has claims covering 4,866 hectares. Surrounding Tome Pampa, there are many companies, and there is no land left to be claimed. In the north, you have Bear Creek. In the east, Buenaventura. In the west, Southern Peru Copper Corporation. In the south, Meridian Gold and Barrick. This is the tri-dimensional view of the Tome Pampa project. The brown area represents the skarn, which is 4 kilometers long. The red lines indicate the veins and the disseminated area, which is located here. As you can see, there are high grades of gold all over the property. To continue, we will show a picture of this part of the skarn, but no diamond drill holes have been carried out yet. It is interesting to note that in this area there is evidence of mining activities from colonial times, including a chimney 12 meters deep. They produced high grades of gold and copper. As well as in these two areas, there is more evidence of mining activities from the colonial period. In vein A, in the Esperanza vein, in the Escondida vein, and there are also massive loose rocks coming from the outcrop of these veins. For example, this rock revealed 8 grams of gold per ton. Now we will show you a close-up of this area in order to emphasize the details. In this photo, we can see evidence of mining activities in veins A and B. There are also old stockpiles close to the river, giving evidence of intensive mining activity in the past with high grades of gold. In this area, there are 6 important veins. The Manto Dorado, Vein 1, the Porvenir vein, Vein A, Vein B, and the Rosa vein. These veins were explored in 3 stages, in 2001, 2008, and 2011, using diamond drill holes. For example, diamond drill hole 1 revealed 20 grams of gold per ton. Diamond drill hole 2 revealed 8 grams of gold per ton, and diamond drill hole 6 revealed 12 grams of gold per ton. As you can see, these results were so encouraging that we decided to explore and develop these veins in 2013 with a crosscut. This is the entrance to the crosscut, which was built in 2013. From this crosscut, we developed the Manto Dorado with a gallery, and which led to the discovery of high grades of gold. For example, this channel sampling revealed 111.5 grams per ton of gold. And this other channel, 64.9 grams per ton of gold. This crosscut, which we spoke about just now, is 300 meters long. It revealed the Manto Dorado with 22 grams of gold per ton over 5 meters. From the top of this crosscut, we carried out 8 diamond drill holes in order to discover the potential and depth of the Manto Dorado and the other veins. These results surpassed our expectations. For example, diamond drill hole 2 revealed 115 grams of gold per ton over 1.1 meters. And diamond drill hole 8 revealed 122 grams of gold per ton over 0.7 meters. That is why we decided to continue the crosscut to reach the 700-meter mark. And from the top, to continue exploring these veins in depth. We are confident of finding ore bodies in the intersection between the veins and the Manto Dorado. These expectations are supported by the geophysical results. According to these results, the mineralization in the Manto Dorado is currently open at depth and strike. In this view, we can also see a series of diamond drill holes and the second crosscut, which we will begin in a few months. in order to explore and develop the Manto Dorado in the northern extension. We will also explore the Rosa vein and the Porvenir vein with galleries and chimneys. We expect to carry out these explorations in the next 20 months, with the objective of publishing Tome Pampa's first NI 43-101 resource calculation. According to the geophysical study, there is another ore body half a kilometer away in the northeastern extension of these mining activities, which we are currently carrying out. This suggests that there are many targets to be explored in this project, which offers strong possibilities of discovering additional gold resources. To conclude, we will explain to you the promising disseminated zone. In this area, you can see veins, mantos, breccias, important faults, and exoskarn near the Tome Pampa anticlinal. All of these have important anomalies of gold on the outcrop. Because of its geological complexity, this area could be the richest in Tome Pampa. In addition, these expectations are confirmed by the geophysical study. The gold anomalies discovered so far are related to the chargeability anomaly. There are 6 important geophysical anomalies. Likewise, according to the geophysical studies, there are great possibilities of finding ore bodies in depth below the high grades of gold related to the breccias, skarn, and faults. And that makes it feasible to explore these promising targets with diamond drill holes. It remains for us to say, the outlook for our company is promising, and the future looks bright indeed.
Yeah, so since we published this video, we've continued the underground development. We've published recently very interesting results. So I invite you to go on our website. All the all the results are there, and it's very, very interesting. So here you have just photos of the chimney we did recently, where we published the results. We have 65 meters. A chimney in the structure itself, and it's 1.2 meters wide, and the average grade there, it's 27 grams per ton, so it's very exciting. And in the last year, we have discovered a porphyry on the property. It's 2.3 kilometers away from where we're developing here, and you have these structures going down there. So we expect that the source of this gold is maybe here in this porphyry. So we did surface exploration on the porphyry. We've got gold and copper, and we're going to continue this exploration in the coming years. So it's the project is expanding there substantially. We bought this property in 2000 for 4 high-grade gold veins. Today we have identified 23 of these veins, and it just continues. So in 1 year from now, where we're going to be, Veta Dorada will be running at 300 tons per day, so 90,000 ounces of gold per year. It's almost a 45% increase over the actual production. And with the new mill, we're going to reduce our costs substantially. Energy costs by 2/3 because we're going to be connected to the national grid. It's going to be a reduction of $8 to $9 per ounce. Transportation costs will be reduced substantially. Tailing pounds, actually it costs almost $15 per ounce or per ton, and we're going to be at 1.5. Lower costs for chemical reagents, lower general operating costs, so we expect to increase our gross margin target substantially. We're going to have a 25% increase in gold production, and Tome Pampa, we should have a first 43-101 report in the first or second quarter of next year. We're going to do ore bulk sampling tested at the Metalex Huanca mill, and we'll be under the mining permitting. The mining permitting will be underway at that time. So we're going to have a very interesting year next year. We're going to be at 300 tons per day. We're going to produce 90,000 ounces of gold per year, and we can expand this mill rapidly without any new kind of permit to 360 tons per day for 105,000 ounces of gold, and at 450 we should be at 116. So we have place for expansion there. So we have a booth here. I invite you to come to see us for more information. because the time here it's short, but it's a very, very interesting project, Tome Pampa, and on the other side, the production will be expanded in the coming years. So thank you very much.
Merci, Jean.